Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video. First, I just want to say I'm so sorry for releasing this a little bit later than what I normally do. I'm actually working on several different DIY projects at the same time. That's been taking up a lot of my time, but those are for future videos, so keep an eye out for that. I'm super excited for what I'm working on to show you guys. So as you guessed it, this video is all about our last day in the house. So if you've been following along, then you know that my family is in the process of relocating from New Jersey down to Georgia. Actually, we've already relocated. This was all filmed back in October with our move, but I've been sharing our entire journey and process of packing up and moving along the way with all of you. So last week's video was our last week in the house, our last big push to kind of get everything packed up and ready. And today is actually the last day. So originally we had planned on Friday being our last day in the house and just spending the whole weekend with family before we end up on our road trip. However, there was just so much that had to get done that even though we didn't sleep in the house Friday night, we stayed at a family member's house. We had to come back on Saturday just to kind of finish everything off. So you're gonna see me going all over the house today, just wrapping up loose ends, packing up anything that's left in the house, little things into bins, as well as a lot of deep cleaning some of the areas I just wasn't able to deep clean, like you see here, me cleaning all of the grates for our stove and everything like that, so that it's nice and clean for the new buyers. And stick around until the end because I'm actually going to be taking you through a little bit of a tour. I wanted to film our house empty, obviously, so that we always had it, so we can always look back on and remember this house was the first house that my husband and I actually owned and purchased. So it does have a lot of really wonderful memories. It's where we brought our daughter home and where we survived, the first almost year of the pandemic. So it definitely has a lot of memories to us, and I always want to remember all of that. So I definitely wanted to film, quick little walkthrough for our own purposes, but then I decided I would share all of that with you. So stick around to the end for the empty house tour that I'm going to show you. I really wanted to make sure I cleaned out this refrigerator. I can't tell you, as a real estate agent, how many walkthroughs I do with my clients or on behalf of my sellers with the new buyers, where the refrigerators are always disgusting. I understand that most people wait until the end to clean it all out, because you want to move the food from one house to another, especially with the local move, etc. But nobody wants to be moving their food into a dirty refrigerator. So I definitely wanted to make sure I did not miss wiping down the refrigerator for our new buyers. I'd also just recently done a deep cleaning on all of our bathrooms, so they really weren't that bad. They just needed a light wipe down and they were going to be good to go. I wish I could show you what our house looked like when we moved in. I really should have done an empty house tour just for my own purposes when we moved in, because we did so much work to this house. It looks totally different from when we bought it. Those stair runners we installed, we painted literally every surface needed to be painted in this house. We redid most of the bathrooms. That wood pellet wall that you're seeing here in our den, we did all of that. We updated almost all of the baseboard trims throughout the house. I think we only had 1 or 2 rooms we didn't get to. All of the doors, we put in all 6-panel doors in throughout the whole house. We did all new door trim. This whole kitchen looks totally different than it did when we moved in, and we did it on a really affordable budget as well. So I wish we had started our channel when we bought this house 4 years ago, because I think we would have had a lot of really great content for you all. Fortunately, we did not do that. So now that I have this channel, we will definitely be doing that for our next house, because doing a lot of this stuff is just sort of in our blood, my husband and I. So I definitely think that whatever house we get next, we'll be doing a lot of these similar projects and updates to it as well. And I am excited to share that with you when we do find our house down in Georgia. We're going to be renting for a little while, as you guys know if you've been following along. So not a ton of house projects right away, but once we do settle and buy, we will definitely be sharing all that with you. Now you're gonna see some things left here: the plant, the chair, the bookcases, the couch. There's a few things throughout the house that you'll see through this tour that we already have agreements with the buyer that we're gonna be either selling or just gifting to them when, with the closing, and everything that's being left, they're fully aware of that. And that's more advice that I give to my real estate clients, my sellers, when, you're closing. Do not leave anything behind for a buyer if it wasn't already pre-approved and pre-agreed upon, because a lot of times the buyers, you think you're being helpful by leaving something, but a lot of times the buyers don't want it. So everything that's being left was already pre-agreed to and discussed with the buyers. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you clicking on today's video. And of course, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching it all the way through. Stay tuned for next week's video, where I'm actually going to be sharing our road trip experience on the drive from New Jersey down to Georgia, as well as another empty house tour. But this time I'm going to show you what our rental house looks like on the day we actually arrived. In a fun twist of events, when we actually arrived at our rental house, it did not have any power thanks to a hurricane. So that was super fun. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to show you all that.